And we're live. So, good morning, everybody. Happy weekend. Welcome to MacBean's Scottish Fitness, Farmers, Prepping, and Wildlife Breakfast Chat. Hope you all join in. I know I didn't give it a half hour, so I'd send the notices out officially. For whatever reason, I don't know. Time I was thinking about cooking, I didn't want to wait a half hour to start cooking. So, without any more ado, remember this is water. The glass bottles are really handy. And what I do is I use filtered water in my pitcher there. So the first thing we do for breakfast, we start with the base, and the base will be bacon. And I cook bacon on a lower heat, let it slow cook. Meanwhile, fresh produce picked right from the tree. So every time I head to the mailbox, I just grab an apple, take a couple bites, throw it out in the weeds. Got my jalapeno pepper. I got my fresh bell pepper. I have other ones, but I'll take those to work. And fresh cucumber. So I'm going to make more cucumber slices. And it's just a really simple recipe. It's vinegar and water and dill weed. And what it does is allows you to keep the cucumber longer. You're kind of doing a pickling process. Just a slight pickling process. I'm about 3/4 way done with my book from John Davis, Prepper Nation. It's called Wicked by John Davis. I'm enjoying the book. It's kind of got a lot of plot twists in that, which I like. And when you're kind of looking at it going, oh man, that wouldn't really happen. And you're thinking, yeah, that really probably could happen. So it's a zombie tale. What I kind of I can correlate it in today's world. But I digress. If you want to buy the book. I also, later on, I will be doing a little thing on something I ordered from another subscriber called Last Chance Knives. And he makes some leather works. And he made a leather wallet that I'm very interested in, so I ordered it. And hopefully I'll have it within a week or two. He has an SD shop. And he makes some nice leather products. And I would rather buy a leather wallet from him than buy it from a store where it was made somewhere in China or whatever. There's your lovely wife. Lovely wife. We were enjoying the sitting out on the deck with our Lord Master Queen Binks the kitty cat. Which I did upload that not that long ago. So we start with bacon. Bacon gives me the cooking medium. I'll do scrambled eggs with peppers in them. Fresh from the garden. Cucumbers fresh from the garden. Apple fresh from the tree. Doesn't get any better than that. Bacon fresh from the butcher. So I don't buy the pre-packaged store-bought bacon. So I repurpose the Grolsch bottles. I like Grolsch. They at one time had beer, and then I rinsed them out. Now they have water. Thanks for joining in. Please, if you do like the content, hit the thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever. While the bacon's cooking, we can sit there and do other processes. So the first thing I do is I'm going to process cucumber. And I start by washing it off. I picked this garden earlier this morning. I haven't posted that video yet. Next, I'm going to use this one that's not as thick. That one probably be better for salads. I tend not to let them get that big if I can help it. But they can grow, they can double their size overnight. So This is a really hard recipe. Stay with me. You blink your eyes, you can miss it. So I use filtered water. And white vinegar. You probably use apple vinegar if you wanted to, but I like white vinegar better. And about a 1-to-3 ratio. It's not rocket science. You don't have to be exactly on it. Remember to support my buddy at Cutco.knives. Lucky O'Day, one of my sponsors. He sent me a bunch there to demo. I liked him so much that when I see him in Utica, during they have some craft fair days and that, I end up buying one off him. So even though he sends me ones for free, I still add to the collection because I like the knives, they're high quality, and I will have them forever. Probably end up going with my grandkids. So the nice thing about that is knives last a long time. I mean, I still have the Chicago curly knives that the missus and I bought when we first got married. Those are over 30 years old. And I ain't throwing those away either. I just, I'm not really using them because I'm using these. I got the bacon cooking. Bacon. So, you just distribute the cucumbers into the vinegar and water. And then this is my snacks. There are some people, they go and snack on Oreo cookies or stuff like that, which I do from time to time too. Nothing wrong with it. But during the summer, I just put a healthy dosage of dill wheat in there. And you can put other things in there too, oregano or whatever happens to be your spice of liking. Okay, give it a little stir. And then put it in the fridge. Whenever possible, I try to do dishes as I go. Now, this is our snack for the next day or two. That's something you want to eat 20 of. Because it could cause a little gassy. But I do have 3 or 4 of them during the day. And it's healthy for you. So the next thing on the agenda is the green pepper. So I like bell peppers. And remember, vegetables are a source of nutrients. Not so much for calories. They don't have a lot. But for carbohydrates, for vitamins and minerals, that your body really needs. They are really good. Like I said, they're fresh from the garden. I don't use any pesticides or insecticides or any of that stuff. And a green pepper picked fresh off the plant, and literally I picked this maybe 20 minutes ago, has far more flavor than anything that you'll ever buy in a store. Now, some people say, I just go to the farmer's market. Yeah, that's good, but I will warn you, sometimes it's not what it appears to be. I had one who used to buy the veggies from me and then resell them but he'd also go to Walmart, and when they were closing out things such as watermelons and stuff like that, he'd buy them for $1 each and then resell them for $3 each. Jalapeno. Now these, I've learned that the thicker the meat is, the more zing they have. So let's cook the bacon. The bacon provides flavor, provides protein, and provides the cooking medium for everything else. You go, oh, bacon grease is terrible for you. It's better than seed oils are. We were lied to in the 70s. This one, very seedy. I cut the seeds out. It's a thin wall, so this one shouldn't be too hot. That's my theory anyway. We shall see. We got a lot of seeds in this one. Slice that up. And then when you're done slicing up jalapenos, it is highly advisable to wash your hands. If you don't, and you rub your eye, it's not a good experience. And yes, I am talking from first-hand experience. It's no fun, y'all. So I always wash my hands after I do the jalapenos. I'm going to try not to rub my eyes either. Little simple things. So bacon, once the bacon gets cooked, we'll pull the bacon back out. We'll add the peppers, saute them for a little bit. While we're waiting, we'll mix up the eggs. So the vegetable scraps and the eggshells and the coffee grinds all go into the food bucket, which is something else I repurposed. It's going to be an ongoing word to hear around here. And then I tend to save the egg cartons too for my neighbors, because they have chickens. And they can use those, but to be honest with you, I got more than they are going to need. So while we're getting ready for the bacon to cook, so the incredible edible egg. Whether you're buying it from the neighbor down the road, which I prefer, but I always don't make time to go get them from there, and that's my fault. We're getting from the store. They're about 6 to 8 grams per egg, depending on what size they are. These are large, so they're 6 grams. About 100 calories. And the egg has all 20 of the amino acids your body needs. All 20 of them. It has everything you need except for the only thing it doesn't have is vitamin C, which I'm getting from the veggies. Breakfast usually should be a heavier meal in both calories and in protein. All right, it's to get your day started. Now, there's a lot of half-truths out there, which I've covered before. And people say, well, you don't need to eat breakfast because an hour before you wake up, your liver starts releasing a lot of nutrients into your bloodstream. And that is true. It does. There's a reason. There's always a reason. Back in the day, it was to give you energy so you could go out and collect breakfast. So there's a reason it was doing that. And sometimes people look at the facts and don't realize what the facts are trying to tell them. So yes, liver does release that to get your body moving. Get your body moving. So you can go out and get nutrients. So about 2 hours after you woke up, all that stuff has burned off, and now it's looking for nutrients. And if you haven't put them in there, then you feel tired. When you do feel tired, oh, I'm going to have a Red Bull. That'll give me energy. It doesn't give you energy. All right, it ramps your metabolism up to a dangerous degree. I mean, I guess it's okay to have it in the morning, but it's not breakfast. Coffee is not breakfast. Red Bull is not breakfast. All right. Danishes and donuts are not a good breakfast. Eggs and bacon and vegetables and milk and orange juice is a good breakfast. You will have more energy throughout the day. You will feel better throughout the day. You'll be happier. You'll be healthier. If you're just joining in, this is water, it's not beer. It was beer. I drank it a long time ago. Now using the water bottles. Because water should be stored in either glass or stainless, not plastic. They do it in plastic because number one, it's lighter and it's unbreakable. So it's a convenience thing. It's not, hey, this is good for you thing. It's a convenience thing. I'm not wrong convenience. I keep these in the fridge. They're resealable. And I'm not spending 20, 30, 40 bucks a month on water. I'm spending about 25 on a filter that probably lasts me about 3 months. So it's a money saver. So I got the bacon cooking, I got the peppers and the jalapenos chopped up, I got the eggs all stirred up. I think I got 10 eggs in there, 11 eggs. So there are 1,100 calories. Bacon's probably another 100 to 1,200 calories. Divide that by 2, so that's about 600 calories each. My milk will probably be about another 200 calories. So I'm going to have 800 calories for breakfast, which is generally my target area. And I'll have probably about 40 to 50 grams of protein for breakfast, which is also my target area. And those are things I want to reach. I did my walk to the garden, which I think I'll upload now. It's nice when you can multitask. Multitask. Let me see. Bink's already got 16 views. Yay. I'd like to thank everybody for my month. I've had a very successful month. Did much better than usual, which I appreciate. Hopefully it'll continue that way. I don't make a living doing this. I have a real job. I bet this isn't a real job for those who do make a living off it. Congratulations. You have a lot of followers that watch you all the time. Probably doing something right. So, I'll take the bacon back out. And let it drain into a napkin. I will throw the veggies in and saute them for a few minutes. Can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. So generally I know when I do these breakfast chats on the weekends, I'm not going to have a lot of people watching initially. But hey, it's the weekend, you should be having fun. But hopefully you do watch this a little bit later and get some enjoyment out of it. And also some knowledge. So we'll talk about things you see on the internet when it pertains to fitness. And I covered it on one of my ones yesterday. We always got that guy going, stop doing this exercise. Okay, you'll never hear that from me. All exercise is good. All right, that's what you want to accomplish. As long as you're doing it with proper weight and proper form, all exercise has a benefit. When they say this exercise doesn't do anything, that is false. If you're contracting a muscle, you are doing exercise, and it's doing something. That's what exercise does. So when people make that statement, I'm kind of like, okay, now you may feel that there is a better exercise to do. There's something that might be more beneficial. Now you're talking about an opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion. Opinions are okay. They're allowed here. This is going to be one of my faster breakfasts because I'm not cooking the potatoes. The taters take longer. But we're hungry. All right, we've been up for 3 hours. So we're eating a little late. But I work a second shift job, so my cycle starts a little bit later than a lot of people. You want to lose weight? Get rid of soda, drink more water, go for walks, eat more vegetables. Now, when I say when you eat more vegetables, it'll be you have a big salad, and you dump a quart of dressing on it. Dressing's got a lot of calories. And the low-fat dressings don't taste very well. So, fresh ground pepper. That's how I eat my salads. When I eat them. And remember, the reason they give you a salad before your meal at a restaurant because it allows you to eat more. I didn't know that, but I had somebody in the business tell me that. I said, wow, those tricky little guys. My goodness. So we're going to go watch some live bands, go out to Utica, stop at the trading post. One of my favorite places to stop. So if you're in Utica, Illinois, or in the South Peru or any Ottawa in that area, make sure you drive out to Utica and stop by and say hi to Jamie and Tracy. Mix at the trading post, tell them MacBean Scottish Fitness sent you. All right, it's a great place. They have live music. They got good food. They got good drinks, reasonably priced. They got a gift shop there with really cool stuff. They have the wall of knives. I think I'll probably get another knife today. I think I will. So now that I got the vegetables, kind of got them a little softened up here. Don't want to overcook them. I'm basically just doing this to release the nutrients, make it a little easier to digest. And now we're going to put the eggs in. So 11 eggs. I am cooking for 2. It is easier to cook for 2 than it is 1. But in my case, because I can eat as much as 2. So my secret Scottish spices, which may suspiciously look like salt and pepper. The aroma, I'm telling you, aroma. And I do the eggs a lot of different ways. You can do them as an omelet, you can add cheese, hot dogs, things like that. But Mama asked for scrambled. So I scrambled them up, and the whole idea is just to keep stirring them. They kind of stay ahead of the game. Sometimes I'll just break pieces of the bacon off in there beforehand. I know Mama won't eat a lot of bacon if I just have strips. She might only have one. But if I put the eggs, I know she's getting the protein she needs. Oh yeah, sneaking the flavor in. Then sometimes I'll steak sauce over it. In the winter, when I don't have fresh peppers to put in there, fresh from the garden. But because I do, I generally don't do that during the summer. You know, once I can throw green peppers and jalapenos in there, and sometimes when I have success with onions, sometimes it just gets too dry around here for onions. Actually, I have a few I need to dig up. I got some potatoes I need to harvest too. Alrighty. Give me for a second. Oi! Had a little bit of a sneeze there. And the eggs are almost done. Good thanks for those people who did pop in chat. I don't think I got any of my regulars in. I don't see any likes up there. But I'm going to do the live stream anyway. Hopefully people later around will watch it and get some enjoyment out of it. Remember, eat a healthy, well-balanced breakfast. Eggs, bacon, veggies. I use Fairlife milk because Fairlife milk has half the sugar, because you always want to get rid of sugar. And it's got 50% more protein, and eat protein, build the muscles. Without protein, you can't build the muscles, and without the carbohydrates and the vitamins and minerals, the body cannot utilize the proteins to build the muscles. And that's why a balanced diet is very important, extremely important. So when people work out in the gym and that, and they're wondering why they're not getting gains, and when they ask me the first question I ask them is, how's your sleep? And most of the time they'll tell me, well, I'm not sleeping well. Okay, well, that's one reason. And I'll say, how's your nutrition? And usually the two are hand in hand. Well, I don't eat well. So you don't eat well, so you don't sleep well, so you don't get the development or the results that you want. So there's three main parts, actually four, but there's three main parts: rest, nutrition, and exercise. I put rest first, because you can't rebuild those muscles if you don't get at least 6 hours sleep. Nutrition, because you can't rebuild those muscles unless you have the proper nutrition. And exercise, you're doing the exercise to take advantage of rest and nutrition. The fourth one is have fun. Find a way to have fun with it. Incorporate exercise into fun activities. My fun activities are going for walks, exploring nature, looking outside, throwing a discus. Just find ways of making it fun. And when you find ways of making it fun, then you're more likely to do it. When you're more likely to do it, you stick with it. When you stick with it, you get the results. And when you get the results, you feel happy. So remember, exercise, good for the body, good for the mind, good for the soul. And it's not just my opinion. There is actually some studies that back it up. So this is looking good, eating good in the neighborhood. So eggs, bacon, green peppers, jalapenos. This is excellent nutrition to start the day. I'll be happier, I'll be healthier, I'll get more done because I have the proper fuel to do it. So besides this, and the Fairlife milk, which is providing almost all the nutrients I need. I also take vitamins and minerals. As you start to have a multivitamin, kind of my catch-all. There we go. And make sure I've got all the nutrients that I need. And my sponsor, who isn't, one of these days maybe, Fairlife milk. So Fairlife milk, because it has half the sugar, 120 calories per serving, 13 grams of protein per serving, versus 8 grams that regular milk has, versus 1 gram, which almond milk has. But the thing of it is, it literally has only 6 grams of sugar per serving, where milk usually has 12 grams. So you can't avoid sugar forever, but anytime that you can cut it, like I said, the best way to lose weight is to stop drinking soda. That's 5 pounds of sugar. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever did, appreciate it. 5 pounds of sugar a month. That's a 5-pound bag of sugar a month that you're drinking if you're drinking those sugary drinks. That's terrible. So I got the nutrition, got my water, got my milk, got my book to finish reading. Everything I need to start today. So thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for popping in. Remember, this is an interactive channel, so chat is always welcome. So everybody, enjoy your weekend. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, go outdoors, enjoy. Turn off the news. Turn off the news. They're lying to you, and they're just trying to make you angry. We don't need to be angry. We need to be happy. We'll go out there and be happy today. Thanks for stopping in.